Good morning, student. Today I am going to start new chapter of science, chapter number 2. In previous lecture I was completed that chapter number 1, chemical reactions and equations. Now today onwards I am going to start that new chapter, chapter number 2. Name of the chapter: acids, bases and salts. In this chapter we will study about acids, bases and salts. So just see the content of the chapter, that means topic in the chapter 2. So first topic, introduction, that means what is acid, define of the acid and how we can recognize that this is acid or base, in the same way for the salt. Second thing, physical properties of acids, then physical properties of bases. Then I will explain the different types of indicators and its properties. After that I will explain the most important topic of the chapter, that is chemical properties. That means there are different type of chemical reactions of acid and bases. Okay. After that, the next topic, that acid or base in water solution, that is liquid form, soluble form of acid and base. The next one, strength of acid, that means that pH of acid and base, that means quality of that, it is strong or weak. The next one, importance of strength of acid, that means importance of pH in everyday life. And the last topic, that is salts and pH of salts and different uses of salts. Okay, so let me start the introduction of the chapter, what is acid and base. So I want to start the introduction from your prior knowledge of acid and base, that given in standard 6, 7, 8 and 9th. You can see here I have taken an example of lemon. So simply lemon, having the lemon is a citrus fruit. Okay, so from the example I am going to just explain the define. This is the basic define, not exact define of acid and base according to standard 10th, but let me start with general discussion. You all know that lemon, tomato, oranges tastes are sour. So you also know that all them contain citric acid or citric acid. So this is the best natural example to prove that acids are sour in taste. So from this define we can say those substance having sour in taste is known as acids. Okay, I have taken another example, baking soda. So you all know the baking soda. So on the other hand, you all know that increased amount of baking soda makes the cake taste bitter. So this is because baking soda is base and hence tastes bitter. So those substance having bitter taste is known as base. So from basic explanation you can identify, or you can just make the define, those substance having sour in taste is known as acid and those substance having bitter in taste is known as base. Okay, but this is not enough defined for standard 10th. This define can be okay for standard 6, 7th, 8th, but as you know you are in standard 10th, so in this standard you know about acid and base in chemically, but how we can identify this is acid or base for unknown substance. Okay, so for that different scientists gave different discussion, different theories regarding acid and base. So I have taken two different theories for that explanation of acid and base. So first I have taken Arrhenius acid base theory. Okay, so according to Arrhenius concept or Arrhenius acid base theory, the substance, let's read this substance which produce H plus, that is hydrogen ion, when dissolved in water are called acids, while those which ionize or dissolve in water to produce OH, that is hydroxide ion, is called base. Okay, so just take one sample and dissolve in water, and if release H plus ion, that means you have to understood this is acid, and if release OH minus, that is hydroxide ion, then you have to understand this is the base. Okay, see, Ha, that is acid, dissolve in water, it release H plus ion. For base, the another substance release OH minus, that is hydroxide ion, and that is why it is known as the base. Okay, so Arrhenius proposed that acid base reaction are characterized by acid if they dissociate in aqueous solution to form hydrogen ion H plus ion, and bases if they form hydroxide ion, that is OH minus ions, in aqueous solution. Okay, so according to Arrhenius base theory, simply you have to understood acid produce H plus ion in aqueous solution, and base produce OH minus, that is hydroxide ion, in its aqueous solution. Okay, now the next theory, that is Bronsted-Lowry acid base theory. Okay, so according to Bronsted-Lowry concept, Bronsted and Lowry in 1923 independently proposed a more general definition of acid and base. So according to them, an acid is defined as any hydrogen containing material, molecules, anion or cation, which can donate a proton to other substance. Okay, so any that acid, that any substance contain hydrogen, okay, that can donate a proton to other substance, it is known as acid. And base is any substance, molecule, cation or anion that can accept a proton from other substance. Okay, so according to Bronsted-Lowry, we can say that acids are proton donor, whereas bases are proton acceptor. Okay, so those substances can donate proton and containing hydrogen is known as acid, and those substances can accept proton is known as base. Okay, now I want taken one example for Bronsted-Lowry acid base theory. Just see, acid 1 plus base 2 gives acid 2 plus base 1, that is I have taken one example H2O, because here hydrogen contain, that hydrogen plus HCl, it's give H3O plus. So you can see here why it is acid, because here it is donating hydrogen, and here this side it is losing hydrogen, that is why this one is acid and this one is base. So you can see here H2O plus HCl, it will give H3O plus, that hydronium ion, plus Cl minus. Okay, so in this reaction HCl donate a proton. Now this is the explanation of this reaction. So HCl donates a proton to H2, and it's therefore an acid. Water on the other hand accept a proton there from HCl and is therefore a base. Okay, so in the reverse reaction, which can equilibrium proceed at the same rate of the forward reaction, the H3O plus, that is hydronium ions, donate a proton to Cl minus. Hence H3O plus an ion is an acid, and Cl minus ion, because it is accept a proton, therefore it is a base. That means acid base pairs in which the member of reaction can be formed from each other by a gain or loss of proton are called conjugate acid base. That means that twice property, the same things behave like acid and sometimes behave like a base. Okay, now I'm going to start this next topic, that is physical properties of acid and base. Okay, so first I'm going to explain that physical properties of acids. Okay, so first, this property also known as general properties of acids. So tests ensure react with metals such as zinc, magnesium, etc., liberating hydrogen gas. So this property I will explain in the chemical property as well. The third one, the change of, this is the main important property, changes the color of litmus from blue to red. That means it can change the color of litmus paper from blue to red. That means if you take just one example, one sample solution and dip blue litmus paper in it, if the color of blue litmus paper turn into red, that means blue to red, then you can identify this is the acid. For that I have taken one short form, that is ABR. ABR tends to acid, turns blue litmus to red. ABR, acid turns blue litmus to red, or simply acid blue red. That means acid turns blue litmus to red. Okay, you can see here lemon juice or can turn the litmus paper into red when it is test on acid. Okay, so conduct, and the second property, conduct electricity, it is the good conductor of electricity. Okay, so these are the general properties of acids. Okay, now the next property for the base, that is physical properties of bases. So first one, have a soapy feel, okay, slippery touch. Second one, may also burn to skin. Then third and most important, that change the color of litmus from red to blue. And I have taken one more short form, BRB, that is basis turns red litmus to blue. And one more topic I have not written here, the taste of base is bitter. Okay, so bitter in taste. Okay, so common example of soaps and detergents. So these are the common examples of acids. Acids are common, the base are commonly found, sorry, this common examples of base are soap and detergent, and commonly found bases in laboratories are in our daily life, like caustic soda, caustic potash, liquor ammonia, washing powder and toothpaste. So these are the different type of bases that we are using in our everyday life. Okay, and this litmus paper, you can see that base can turn red litmus into blue. Okay, now types of acids, I have taken this topic additionally, it is not classified in your textbook, but for your knowledge I have taken, it is given but in mixed form, it is not categorized in your textbook. Okay, so first there are two types of acids. Number one, organic acids. Number two, inorganic or minerals acids. So what is mean by organic and what is mean by inorganic? Okay, so let me explain one by one. So first I have taken organic acids. So acids present in plant materials and animals are called organic acid, or simply you can say those acids are occurs or present from the nature, that those acids we are getting from the nature or from the natural resource is known as organic acid. Okay, so some naturally occurring acids are as follows. I have taken vinegar, that is acetic acid. Sour milk, that is curd, it is lactic acid. Orange, citric acid. Lemons or all citrus fruit having the citric acid. Turmalin, that is turmeric acid. Tartaric acid. Ant sting, that is formic acid. Apples, malic acid. Tomatoes, that is oxalic acid. So these all acids are getting from the naturally occurring things. Okay, and that is why these are the example of organic acids. These acids are generally used in our day-to-day life, in our kitchens. Okay, the next topic, that is inorganic or mineral acid. So those acids are derived from minerals occurring in nature, or simply you can say those acids are formed in laboratories is known as, that is, inorganic or mineral acids. Okay, so I have taken some example, that is hydrochloric acid, you know, that HCl, sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, and nitric acid. These are the common acid that found in the laboratories. And the some other acid like acetic acid, hydrofluoric acid, that HF, and you know that hydrofluoric acid is the highly corrosive acid. Okay, then carbonic acid, that is H2CO3. So these are the different example of that mineral or inorganic acids. Okay, now in the tomorrow's lecture I will explain that types of indicators. Okay, and I will start the chemical properties of acid and base. Okay, student, bye bye.